Hello, I'm Kiki.
Hi, I'm Buckshot. Welcome to Blackbird Studios. We're going to share with you a little bit about what we do here at Blackbird. And the way that we're going to do that is I'm actually going to interview Kiki so she can tell you a little bit about what's going on here. Kiki, first of all, how did you and I meet?
Oh, geez, you want to go down that road? We actually are creative influence on each other, and Lynn is probably the only one I've met in Hamilton since I've moved here that can keep up with my crazy ideas. So kind of like Lucy and Ethel in that way. Depending on which day.
Heckle and Jekyll.
Heckle and Jekyll. So when Lou Molinaro took over the Corktown Tavern way back in the early, I guess it was the early 2000s.
Yep.
We met and we decided that we are going to be chefs and run the kitchen.
Yes, although we've never been short order cooks before.
We opened Trixie's Open Kitchen, and that process sort of started our creative collaboration. Even though we didn't serve French fries or hamburgers or hot dogs, we did serve biscuits with chocolate gravy.
We did, and we certainly coached bands on how to dress.
That's right. We started meeting bands and feeding bands, and through that, they started asking us, they liked the way we dressed, and they started asking if we could dress them. I have a degree in fashion design and merchandising, and Lynn is a
pattern drafter.
Yeah, and creative person. So we created a company called Stiletto Boys, which was rock and roll wear for men. However, men don't like rock and roll wear. It turns out men just like wearing t-shirts and jeans.
They have beautiful ideas about what they'd like to wear, but
ultimately,
it's really hard to put it on them.
Yes. So our ideas sort of were way beyond the scope of menswear, which is a basic jacket, pants, t-shirt. We're not into that. So we decided to take a screen printing course together because that's the kind of thing we do all the time. We take courses, or we travel, or we learn. We like the learning process. So we took this screen printing course, and it just, voila, opened up a gazillion ideas for us. And being pattern drafters and clothing designers is one thing, but being able to create your own fabrics is a whole new ball game.
Because it's endless. It's really a great creative process. So we actually do create all of our fabrics here and then make dresses from them. And really we start right from the very onset of actually developing and making our screens. So this is a rose that we drew, and then we shot it onto a silk screen, and then we applied it to the fabrics, and then we've made some gorgeous couture dresses out of it. So we'll show you some of those pieces a little later. But that's really how we got started, and we'll spend days here with our hair up and just screening fabrics all day. And once the fabrics are done, then it actually goes to
the printing process.
Or the cutting and the pasting of the dresses.
That's
cutting
true.
and the sewing of the dresses.
So the beauty of what we do also is because we're clothing designers, we've discovered that we have certain outfits that we're comfortable in. We create our own dresses, dress patterns, jacket patterns. We created this collection, and you can mix and match any of our specific designs that you want. You can come in and order a dress and get this rose print if you want, instead of the Nouveau print and the riding hood, you can get it with the rose, or we have hundreds of different prints, so you can mix and match those. That's another beauty of getting a custom dress from us. You can get cotton fabric if you don't want it to be fancy, and satin, lycra, whatever fabric you want.
And your color and your print. So it can be really customized to your own personality, which is great. And that's a big part of what we do here. We do a lot of custom dresses, particularly for bands and musicians, people who are taking the stage. And of course, we're also doing wholesale. And our market is the high-end boutique market. And we have been filling wholesale orders across the country. The other part of our line is that we also look after some of the roller derby uniforms for some of the teams across the world. We just finished the London Rock and Rollers?
London Rock and Rollers
from
England. Yeah, we did their uniforms, team uniforms, 2 seasons in a row. So
yeah.
And here's some of the kind of
The roller derby
roller
outfits.
derby outfits that we do. They're all made out of a great fabric called Supplex, and you can get any kind of prints again.
Look at this one. It's the bomb.
It's the bomb.
Is that great? Yeah. So we do a lot of athletic wear for the roller derby line. What else can you tell us, Kiki? What else goes on?
Oh, we do a lot of fashion shows. That's one of our favorite things to do. So we every season we have new girls that we sort of are inspired by in the city. The city is filled with beautiful women, and they certainly do inspire us. So we pick our theme, and then we pick our muse, and then we go from there. It could be anything from Kitty Fisher was our hanky panky panty party. That was our lingerie show, and it was inspired by an actual real person named Kitty Fisher, who was a debutante in the 1800s in London. So we that was inspired our whole collection for the hanky panky panty party. For the last collection we did, that was our first real collection as a design duo. That was for our spring 2010 catalog. Our muse was really a combination of Ginger St. James and Jenny Germain. They're sort of retro pin-up-y type girls, but with a real modern twist to them. So they're also customers of ours, and no matter what we put them in, they look great. But they also have their own edge that they add. They add their own accessories, their shoes, their hair, and that really sort of, their tattoos. That sort of inspired us a lot. So we created a sort of a vintage feel collection for spring 2010.